I felt anxious, so anxious that I was burning. My heart was beating really fast. I couldn't sleep. I got tireder and tireder because I couldn't sleep, because I was worrying. I was worry. I've let my family down. Everyone's going to suffer because I'm no good. Everybody who relied on me, it was a false reliance. I was a fake. Therefore, I worried even more about what financial disaster I'd put on my family. So, anxiety, nervous, energy burning off, lack of sleep. I remember vividly curling up in a ball in the living room floor, howling, not even crying, howling, saying how shit I was. Yeah, I felt so bad. That's all I could do. I just wanted to be taken away from it all. I only realised something was wrong when I was driving back from school crying, and I knew this wasn't right. It was a build-up of stress in work and expectations of work, and then finding that I couldn't do it. I wasn't alone. Other people were struggling with it, but I just thought, I can't do this. Why? What's wrong with me? Why can't I do it? I'm a failure. I knew I was stressed. I didn't know I was depressed, and I think it just got worse after that point. There was no stopping it. Once it started, the feelings of negativity about not being good enough, I couldn't stop it. The whole thing made me feel that I was worthless, so I didn't want to meet anyone. I didn't want to speak to anyone. I was so worthless that there's no point in, I shouldn't be indulging in my hobbies, which I love, my cycling and my books. I couldn't do that. I could see, and now I can, that these are the sort of things I should have kept doing. I should have kept in contact with people. I should have gone out on my bike. I should have gone to the cinema. I should have done this. I just had to hide because it was an embarrassment, and I was a worthless human being. And all the things that laterally I know is how you deal with it. It consumed me. Finding a way to kill myself that nobody would get hurt with. If I didn't want to jump in front of a train in case the train driver had to suffer so. I didn't want to hang yourself in the forest because some kid might find you. But I didn't want to kill myself. But I did. And it was not a drama thing. It wasn't, attention, I want to kill myself. It was, I'm a useless piece of shit, and I'm no good to anyone. Everybody would be better off without me. Which didn't make sense. Now, it doesn't make sense, but I was so desperate. I was so down. I could understand why people would do it. And I was so numb that I could feel that people in my position then I could see how they could do it. But unfortunately I knew I couldn't because of my family. There's no way. Even though I was suffering and I was hating it, and I was absolutely hating myself, I would have never done that to my family. I remember a run, actually being on the beach at Kingsbands, and thinking, because I was away from you all and I was having me time, then I reflected, what a fucking great life I had. This is brilliant. I love my family and this is great. I can do this. I am, and I guy who did a lot of things on his own, and I think when you're giving time to other people as your job, you sometimes a wee bit of time to yourself without being too selfish. But as soon as I got out there and into my stride, which not a great runner, but into my stride, the head would clear, and then you could just enjoy the experience. You hear the birds, you listen to the sea crashing in, you feel tactile the sand, and the experience of being doing that sort of thing. So I could enjoy the surroundings. But yeah, at the start, rush, because all it was a big timetabling, and at the end, yeah, more relaxed. I could come home and get on with the rest of it. I know that I've had these issues. I'm hopeful I won't have them again. I can't tell if I'm going to have them or not. I don't know what's going to kick in. You know, I didn't think I'd get it after the second time. But then I went back into a position of responsibility, and I had a trigger there. And, I knew things were happening. And I knew that I didn't want to be ill. And I knew that I should be doing certain things and doing all these different techniques, but I couldn't stop it. And that was also a frustrating thing, that to have this experience of 2 big episodes, and then the third one to come again, and know and be aware, because I was awareness of triggers and stresses, and because I couldn't get a grip with that made it worse. And for the second and third episodes, I got better at dealing with it and saying, well, I can't do anything about it, I'm ill. If I had a broken leg and I was in a plaster, it's obvious. But because I've got a broken head, it's not obvious to see that I'm ill. I think the last time I was ill was so much quicker, because I did get the grip. I would like to think I'm a better person for it. It was a good thing. It was a horrible thing, but it was a good thing. And that it made me reflect on what was important. The family was more important than anything else. What other people think doesn't matter, apart from the ones close to you. And work is important, but hey, it's a job, and getting that balance right, and that's what was wrong. The boys, I don't know that we talked about, and I think they weren't fully aware of just how seriously ill it was, which is brilliant, because we're too young to deal with that at the time, but it's good to talk about it now. I hope they know that if anything like that happens to them, then they understand it. Well, it's happened to their dad, so, and he's still here, and he's still okay, I hope. And and yeah, that if it happens to their friends and it happens to people they love, that they'll have insight into it, to know that people need help.